If you don't recognize the room I'm in today, it's because I'm in my little sister's room, one of three little sisters. I'm back in North Carolina spending the holidays with my family. And so she has a lot of sports stuff going on back there because she's a big Hurricanes fan. If you're not familiar with who the Hurricanes are, they're the big hockey team here in North Carolina. Set your clocks, your watches, your cell phone, or leave a nice little sticky note for yourself because we have a live chat coming up this Thursday, and it's going to be 3 o'clock Pacific time, or West Coast, and 6 o'clock Eastern time, East Coast. And I'm not quite sure what that is anywhere else at all. Like, I know a lot of you are from England, so I'm not quite sure what time that will be. So check Google and it'll let you know. Again, it's 3 p.m. West Coast and 6 p.m. East Coast on, what do I use again? Ustream. On Ustream. If you follow me on Twitter, I will be posting a link to that chat room when the time comes. So let's get to your questions. First of all, I get a lot of people asking me about my adorable intro at the beginning of my videos. I love it. It's the cutest thing in the world. So I want to give a special shout out to PK40 who made that for me. Thank you. You are the best. My first question comes from Natural89 Mystic, who wants to know, who is my favorite gaming villain? Now, I did answer this question on a Game Zone video, but I really like it, so I'm going to answer it again. My answer was, I believe it was Atlas/Fontaine from BioShock and Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. The reason I picked those is because I love Pyramid Head. He is terrifying. He's just this really angry, just brute force, not to be messed with guy, and just the sound of that huge sword that he drags behind him. Creepy. Also, I picked Atlas/Fontaine because they are another just relentless, evil force, but they don't go by full-on just violence and physical force like Pyramid Head. It's all in the mind. And that can be just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than the physical threat. So I think definitely both of those guys are some of the scariest villains we have in video games. Venomous, oh man, I can't say this word. I suck at it. Let's see. Venomous, there I go. Teddy, what is your favorite costume I've worn at conventions? That's hard. I love Cammy because she is my favorite character in Street Fighter, but she's definitely the attention getter costume because everybody knows Cammy, everybody loves Cammy, and not a lot of girls go fully accurate with Cammy. So I do love her. But you know, I adore doing Kratos. That was so much fun. Kratos is one of my all-time favorite characters ever, and cosplaying as him was just so much fun, and I definitely plan on doing his costume again, but upgrading it next time, fixing a few things I didn't like in last year's costume, and yeah, maybe upgrading a little bit more through the God of War games. Kratos, of course, you know, gets extra like equipment and everything, like the Golden Fleece and stuff. So who knows? Maybe I'll be adding some of those to it later on. Creative Kyle Guy, are you getting Uncharted 3 when it's released next year? Yes, I'll be pre-ordering that as soon as pre-orders go up. I'm so excited. The trailer's gorgeous, it's awesome, but I don't know if you noticed, but the trailer seems to be Drake is a little angrier. He's a little moodier in this one. I'm not quite sure if I like that because one of the things I love about Drake is he's super just lighthearted and goofy and witty and stuff. So we'll see what happens to make him a little grumpier. I don't know if I like grumpy Drake. Maybe that was just added for dramatic flair in the trailer. And I sure hope Elena's back. Chloe was okay and all, but Drake and Elena, they deserve to be together. But it's called Drake's Deception. So maybe Elena does something that hurts him and that's why he's all moody. Who knows? Either way, it's going to be awesome. It's Naughty Dog. It's going to be awesome. Also, let's see. Anime Valmont asks, what do you think of the changes being added to Dragon Age 2? Since you have to play a human and changing the battle system for consoles, do you think they are rushing the game? I actually just did a video about this. I know this question's pretty old because I'm working my way down the list. But, you know, I don't like the changes being made to Dragon Age. I actually got to sit down and play it, and I feel like it's not being rushed. I do feel like it's being dumbed down, watered down, you know, slowed down for to reach a bigger market. And, I felt like they did that to Mass Effect 2, even though Mass Effect 2 is a great game. But I mean, come on, you can't call Mass Effect 2 an RPG game. There was zero RPG elements to it, and they really watered that game down from what it was in the first game. Instead of taking what we asked for from the first game, like a better inventory system, they just took the inventory system completely out. And I thought the game was more cinematic than it was based on dialogue and getting to know the other characters. There really wasn't any type of character building personalities like in Dragon Age. The first Dragon Age was all about the dialogue and all about getting the characters to like you and trust you. And every time I went to them, they had something new to talk about. And I expected that out of Mass Effect 2, and I didn't get it. I mean, yeah, you could have conversations and you could have relationships with the other characters, but it was very one-dimensional. It wasn't as deep as Dragon Age 1, and they definitely have removed a lot of that from Dragon Age 2. It's not as conversation-based. It's a lot more cinematic, is what they said, and I hate that. I finally, with Dragon Age 1, I was like, finally, a game that can tell me a story and make me feel like I was actually living that story out through my own decisions and wasn't making me just watch cinematics and laying it completely flat out on what this was going on in the story. And I hate that they decided to go the easy way out and just give me more cinematics. Because you know what? I'm here to play a video game. I'm not here to watch a movie. And even in movies, I like movies that don't lay it out in black and white for me. I like movies that make me think or make me put things together. So a video game should be that way, because a video game is supposed to be a playable movie or a choose your own adventure. And when you lay it all out in black and white in cinematics, that's just lazy, I think. Even though the guys that do the cinematic aren't lazy because, they have to work on it and make it pretty, as far as storytelling goes, it's lazy. Loganator259 asks, do you like Final Fantasy? If so, what's your favorite? No. I don't like Final Fantasy at all. Just the turn-based stuff that gets me. So boring. I remember back in, what was it, like high school or junior high school when Final Fantasy VII came out for the PlayStation 1, and everybody was going crazy about it. So I was like, yeah, I'll give this game a try, and oh my god, it was so slow. I was just bored with it. I liked being able to name my own characters, because of course I named it all as my friends. I was going on little adventures with my friends, but I just couldn't get into the game. It was just really boring, really slow. The story was ridiculous. I've tried playing some since, and still, it just cannot hold my attention at all. I get bored of tears. So I understand the appeal, and I understand why people like the Final Fantasy games. I mean, they have a huge fan base. But for me personally, I'm not a fan. Metal Mayhem 007. Have you ever played Jet Grind Radio on the Dreamcast? Oh my god, yes. Loved Jet Grind Radio. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Didn't like it when it came out for the Xbox later on, but I loved the Dreamcast version because, and this is the reason why I like Dreamcast version over the Xbox One version, was you could upload your own pictures into the game and you could spray paint your own pictures. So of course, I uploaded porn. And I went around spray painting my town with boobs and asses everywhere. So yeah, when the Xbox version came out, even though the Xbox had the ability, it had all the hardware you needed to be able to upload your own pictures. They wouldn't let you because you're going to go online and people could see what pictures you had. So of course, they didn't put the picture, uploading your own picture element into it because of people like me. But yeah, that's why I didn't like it. I would rather play the Dreamcast version. Lastly, 27 GamerTube, could you give a review on Siren Blood Curse? Ugh, I know this question's old and that's my fault, but I haven't played that since it first came out, so I don't know how good of a review I could give on it unless I went through and played it again. And I remember it being good, but not good enough that I'd want to play it again. I liked the first one better, definitely. So that's it I have for you guys today. Even though I'm out of town, of course, I'm still going to be doing my letters videos, and I'll still have some review videos coming up for you guys. I have Epic Mickey and Dead Nation reviews coming out this week for you guys, and of course, I've got the live chat Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Be there. I want to talk to all of you. I had so much fun last time. I'm excited that more of you can make it this time because of the time change. And yeah, so of course, I love all of you. I hope you guys are having a great few weeks leading up to the holidays, and I'll talk to you guys again before Christmas. So, love you. Talk to you this week.